Hello my artsy friend and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video I'm going to do a creative play, a sort of intuitive painting, mixed media, abstract artwork in my sketchbook. And I'm going to create first a background in acrylic. What I'm using here is Jackson Studio acrylic. This is their student grade acrylic and I have their primary set, and as you see comes in really big bottle. And I'm just having a play here. I'm not really thinking about the background. I have only this color available, so I create a very deep little selection of color. And so I decided that I wanted to add a little bit of gold. I'm addicted to gold, so I try to add it everywhere I can. And I'm using here the Artisa gold. And I left this in real time because for me it was just so soothing creating this background, and I actually really fell in love with it, so much that I had to leave it for a couple of days before deciding if I wanted to continue creating on it or I just appreciated the beauty of the background and leave it as it is, which I think is a mistake for me. I have to take a background just as a part of something bigger and greater. And here I didn't plan anything, so I'm just adding color as I go along, and wherever I think like I should add a little bit more or a little bit less, or I really like how it's working here. Now I'm really liking what I have, but I have a little bit of paint left on my brush, and I decided to use the little bit of paint to create some extra texture on the background. And as I said, I left it for a couple of days because I fell in love with it, but also because I needed to let it dry. And I decided to come back by just giving it a simple scribble, a simple mark, so that I stop being afraid to mess up this background, and I'll just go for it. And here I'm using a Posca pen. It's a very fine tip of, I think, 0.7. And after I did the scribble in the middle, I felt so much better, and I started create this sort of towel, rectangular line on half of the top until hitting that more goldish side. It just get lost in it, so it was a bit pointless to do it. And I created also on the bottom side. I start to fill them in, but I quickly realized that I didn't like it because I was losing my background, and I tried to cover it up. I used first a green metallic pen. I didn't like it, and then I used a acrylic marker, and the green shade was much closer, so I was happier with that. But you will see me come back later on with a color pencil from Carand'ache Luminance series in green and yellow, and that will make me so much happier. Here I have a nail color one from Carand'ache, and is olive green color, and I create just a series of circle that filled up the other half of my frame. And here I have this beautiful color. This is an oil pastel from Sennelier, and I really love this teal color. I try to use it whenever I can, whenever it fits in, and sometimes I let it fit in because I think it's just so beautiful. And then I went again on top just because I wanted to fill up the gap and don't have any background showing through. In this case, this color is just so beautiful. Sorry, here my camera decided to focus on my hands instead of the yellow oil pastel from Sennelier that I used to fill up the darker side. And then I'm using two fluid acrylic from Derwent, this yellow to create a dot on the blue part and a blue to create a dot on the yellow part. And here is where I'm using the color pencil to create a more natural shades. This is a very simple willow charcoal. I create some fake drawing that I wanted to have in my background. I will create something on top, but I really wanted this fake writing to show through, and yeah, to people think that there is something. Here I'm showing you the book called 20 Ways to Draw Everything. This is the book where I got my inspiration to draw this flower. Whenever I'm looking for some idea, lately I start to use this book, and yeah, it's very useful to create a simple drawing to fill up your page. I will link the Amazon link for this book in the description. It's an affiliate link if you want to go and check it out. I first drew this flower with the Posca pen, but then I wanted a thicker line, so I went ahead with a Molotov marker to create a bigger line, and the dot as well inside the center of the flower was first done with Posca to have a smaller dot, and then I wanted a few bigger one, and I used the Molotov. Here I'm using a white soft pastel from Boldmer to create some highlight here and there. And I'm using again my soft Posca pen, white color, to create dots inside the circle made with the olive green color. Here I show my beautiful graphite block from Derwent. This is the XL block, and this olive green is my absolute favorite, and I use it whenever I can. I am back using a new color one. This time is a metallic bronze, I believe it to be, to create line between my oil pastel from one side and the other, and then I will create a more line with a gold new color one. The last thing I do is to use back a oil pastel from Sennelier in a white color. Even if it's so dirty, you may not notice that it's white, because I really like that white that I had naturally create with my background, and it felt like a game of light, and I wanted to add a little bit more game, so I add some extra white here and there. I let you enjoy the final result. Let me know in the comment if you enjoy some creative play here and there, and also if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and don't forget to like the video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.